wanna take my throne. They couldn't build their own. They can't believe my growth. They see the change, the tone, but they couldn't handle that. Nope, they couldn't handle that. If they really.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel where we discuss popular mainstream music. And in this video, we're going to be doing an album music review on the one and only Glorilla and her new album, Glorious, okay? Glorious. But before we get into this music review, which I'm really excited for, if you enjoyed the music in the beginning of this video, that is my music. Check it out, guys, okay? All you have to do is type my name, Sam Dolphin, and all my music will pop up here. And you can also check out my music on all music streaming platforms. So definitely check it out. I'd really appreciate it because I'm a music artist too. So definitely check it out. Anyway, getting back into the video, which is our music review, our album review on Glorilla and her amazing album Glorious, okay? Glorious. Now, her album came out recently and sold 69,000, which is absolutely great, okay? And I know people are like, oh, well, that's not high, that's not 100. We are in a new era. Hello, welcome, wake up. This isn't 2014. This is 2024. We are in a new streaming era, okay? Believe it or not, 69,000 is actually really good, especially for a female hip-hop artist. Okay, so congrats to Glorilla, okay? We do not put people down, especially when we are educated. This channel is a channel for music listeners who are educated. Yes, it is a pop channel, but we are still educated. You cannot complain about sales. You have to look at history. Sales have always been going down from decade to decade to decade to decade. And we are now in a streaming era where people don't even have to buy music, okay? And the younger generation doesn't buy music at all. So 69,000 is actually really good, especially for her demographic, okay? So let's put our thinking caps, let's use education and stop bringing people down for their sales when you yourself doesn't even buy music, okay? So let's get that straight. This is what this channel is about. We are very fair, and not only fair, but we're also very logical in this channel. So if you don't understand history, you don't understand how streaming and technology plays on sales, you don't understand how we have changed and we don't go buy albums, let alone even buy them on our digitals, we just stream it. We don't even buy it on our digitals, we just stream it. Then you'll understand why the sales are different. And if you see how it has continuously gone down because of the technology, you will be able to understand. So anyway, 69,000, really good. Congrats to Glorilla. And now let's get into the music review. First, we're gonna start off with the intro. I love the intro. The intro song has that old school vibe. I don't know if you guys know, but it gives me that 90s hip hop vibe, which I love that vibe. I remember Megan Thee Stallion did a lot of songs with the 90s hip hop vibe. Kind of gives you like Lil' Kim vibes, but the intro for Glorilla, it has an old school beat vibe that I freaking love. I literally love it. It's a really strong intro. And when it came out, I'm just like, damn, I wish this was like the song, like, because it's such a strong intro. I love the 90s beat, and I feel like it goes so well with Glorilla because Glorilla has a very aggressive, strong flow. You know, she's very direct. She has a deeper voice, and she's aggressive and assertive. So that 90s beat, that strong bass, I just love it. I love it. It goes very well. And again, I was shocked that this was the intro. So I'm like, this is a fire intro. This should be just an official song. But amazing flow. I love it. I love the beat. I love that 90s grit beat. I love that vibe. So right off the bat from the intro, I just thought it was amazing, and I feel like it really speaks to Glorilla and her energy. Now the second song, which is Hollin', and Hold On, spelled Hollon, and really what she's really saying is hold on. Tough beat. I love it. I also, what really stands out for me again is the verbiage, okay? The the verbal use, okay? Hold on. I love that the most because again, it speaks to Glorilla and her pronunciation. Now, Glorilla has a really interesting accent. It's very Midwest kind of accent, and the way she kind of puts words together and kind of creates her own word, her own terminology. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love how it's unique to her, and I love how she's not afraid to just be herself. You know, sometimes people would be like, "Oh, you need to pronounce your words more correctly," or "Oh, you need to sound a little bit more like standard for like mainstream." But like, I love how she brings in her culture and the way that she speaks into her music, and to the point that she spells it really differently. You know, hold on, and like it's just, it sticks in your head. It's like, that's Glorilla. That's Glorilla. You know, no one says it like that except for Glorilla. Next single, okay, next on the track is Procedure, okay, featuring Lotto. I love this one. Oh my god, I love this one because I love the back and forth between Lotto and Glorilla. One thing I love, and Glorilla actually did this with that song, with Megan Thee Stallion song, Accent, when they collab with each other, is the back and forth, okay, the back and forth. And I love it when two artists, rappers collab with each other, but instead of like, oh, you got this verse and I got this verse, they kind of blend in and do a back and forth. They talk right back with each other. I love that. I love that. And I think Glorilla did that as well with Megan. They did that on Wannabe. It was like there was like some parts where it was a back and forth. She does it here with Lotto, and I freaking love it. Oh my god, I love it. And I love the contrast of their voice. You know, you got Glorilla with the more rougher, deeper tone, and you have Lotto with the higher tone. But I love that. I love the back and forth. I love the vibe. The vibe is it. The vibe is it for this song, Procedure. It is dark. It is haunty. Love it. Love it. Love the back and forth. Love the creativity from both. And I love to see Lotto and Glorilla collab. Like, I would love to see them collab even more. I love them as collabs, as allies as well, too. The next song is TGIF, okay, which is a classic Glorilla style song. Even the sound of it, it's very classic. And the acronyms, you know, Glorilla loves her acronyms. So I definitely love it. I feel like it's a play on her other single. Next track is What You Know About Me featuring Sexy Red. Okay, so you know this one's fun, okay? You know this one's gonna be a fun one. And of course she plays on the acronyms again. I love the chanting of the hair, face, ass, tease. I love, you know, the chanting of that, how it keeps coming back into the song. It's really fun. The song is very up-tempo. It's very up-tempo, upbeat. So it's a fun classic song. Again, I love the face, ass, titties, hair. Like, I just love it. It's a fun song. It's very up-tempo. And it makes sense. It's with Sexy Red, so you know you have to have fun and let loose with this one. So this one's another really good track. The next track is Stop Playing. And I love this track because this track has a message, okay? It's a message for girls. It's a message for girls and about how men play with girls, play with women. And she's saying, stop playing with that girl. She's really giving a strong message to women to not even waste your time, and how men can do women dirty, okay, and relationships. So definitely love this song. I love a message song. I'm always gonna love a message song, so I definitely have to give props to this song. The message is fire, and it's one of the tracks that stand out to me because it has a strong message to women. Okay, so she's really given a lot of tea on, like, to almost like basically decenter men. Basically they're not shit. And of course we don't really mean that about all men, but it's a women empowerment song, and it has a strong message, and it relates to what's going on. A lot of people are waking up to relationships and whether it's right, and what are men and women really looking for, and them being unsatisfied in these relationships with the constant cheating, the constant games. You know, I love the fun, I love the twerking, but a strong message is always great to balance out a record, and I feel like this one was great. I love where it is in the track, and it really does have a strong message, and you feel it. You feel the energy, you feel the aggression with Glorilla's tone. So definitely love it. Definitely love a message track. The next track is Don't Deserve, okay? This is actually one of my, I think my favorites. This is my favorite song in the whole album. It's featuring Money Long, okay, and Money Long kills the chorus. Like the chorus for the hook for this track, Don't Deserve, is freaking amazing. The melodies, the harmonies, you know Money Long doesn't go wrong. This is why I really feel like Money Long is really like she could be the queen of R&B, because just the hooks that she comes with are just amazing, and then the harmonies. Oh my god, beautiful song. Definitely has a message to it. Another decenter men message. You know, there's even a line in the song where it's like, red flags be looking green. Like, you know, just how you don't see the wrong signs when you're dating. So this actually goes along with the thing that Money Long did with Ruin Me. Okay, so this to me is just like another extension of the message of that track, Ruin Me. Which is again about relationships, seeing red flags, all that type of stuff. So this track, amazing. Like I said, this is actually my favorite track in the whole album, or at least one of like my top. Very good song. Love this track. Glorilla kills it, and Glorilla is really giving messages. Like after Stop Playing, this track comes in again, and it's more messages, more female empowerment, understanding men in relationships, not playing games, taking yourself seriously. Again, strong messages. Love it. Money Long does an incredible job with the hook, and Glorilla just follows up with her verses. So it's literally my favorite track in the whole album, so love it. Next track is Rain Down. Okay, now this is featuring Kirk Franklin, Chandler Moore, Kiara Sherrod, and the Maverick City Music Gospel Choir. This is like a straight gospel chant song. Really fun, very positive, very up tempo, up energy. It comes at a great point in the album because you get all those real messages from Stop Playing and Don't Deserve, and now you have a very uplifting track with a gospel choir with Kirk Franklin, and the song is fun. It's really nice. It's uplifting. It has the gospel vibe. And I just love, again, the versatility, okay, and the options. I love the fact that she went and collabed with gospel writers, with a gospel choir, and just gave us that uplifting music. So it's great. I love the variety that she brings in. Some people sometimes can niche a hip-hop artist and say they kind of have one sound. But here with Glorilla, even though she does have a very unique sound, I love how in this album she experiments with different sounds, and this to me is like key that she is open. Next track is Glow Prayer. Okay, now Glorilla pretty much does a prayer, and again, like, she is really giving messages meaning. Okay, and this is her prayer, and it's deep. It has a strong message, and it's something we need more in hip hop. We need more messages. So I was really happy to see that Glorilla was really giving messages, okay? The next track is How I Look featuring Megan Thee Stallion. Love this track, okay? First of all, I love Megan's verse. This one just goes straight hard. This is like a classic, like, it just goes hard. Like a Wannabe, like an Accent, like the past collaborations that they did. This is just another example of one. It goes hard. I really love Megan's verse. Megan spits and goes crazy here. But it's just a strong single, really good track. Another one of my favorite tracks because it's just fun, but it hits hard and it goes hard. So definitely love this track. And definitely love Megan's verse. And I also like the message of this track because it's about, like, what do I look like beefing with another female? And I love the message because when it comes to Megan and Glorilla, it was a really good union, a really good collaboration, because they kind of were stepped aside from female hip-hop because they didn't get along with Nicki. But to see them come together as a sisterhood, and then to make this song about, how do I look like beefing with another B? Like, I'm here, I'm myself. Like, I don't need to be sitting here competing with other women. I am the thing. Love the message and love the fact that they both did it because it's a sign of self-empowerment, women empowerment, and sisterhood, and just the fact that I don't need to beef with nobody. The next track is I Ain't Going, which is about resisting a man's control and power and the audacity that they even had it. So again, pushing into the message. A lot of the messages in this track is low-key about women empowerment, knowing yourself and not defining yourself with a man, but just defining yourself as a woman as you are, just yourself, okay? Not being male identified. So again, another track that reinforces this. So definitely love this track, featuring Boss D-Lo, okay? And really cool track. It actually definitely gives me a Boss D-Lo vibe in terms of the track, the production. It's definitely got like a Boss D-Lo song with the beat, the bass. Now, it's so interesting with this song because Glorilla's voice is more huskier, more full, more darker than, I don't know if it's necessarily lower, but it's darker in terms of tone. Her tone's more darker than Boss D-Lo. Boss D-Lo actually has, to me, a more brighter tone. So it's interesting seeing Glorilla as the female with the more darker tone and Boss D-Lo with the more brighter tone. I don't know. I feel like she owned him in this track, but they still do a really good job. And again, it's definitely like a Boss D-Lo type of song, like more than it is a Glorilla song. Next track is Let Her Cook. Okay, again, I love the phrasing, let her cook. I love the phrasing because again, she's taking her way of speaking, you know, and putting a more powerful meaning to it. Okay, let her do her thing. Okay, let her cook. Great phrase. I love it. It's not my favorite song in the whole track, but in terms of like the way she creatively uses her lingo to explain something is what I love about it. The next track is I Love Her featuring T-Pain. And this is definitely a T-Pain song. Like, it sounds like a T-Pain song. It sounds like a song that would have came out during the late 2000s. It sounds like a T-Pain song, like the beat, the production. It's a really good song. I really like it. Still not one of my favorite tracks, but it's still popping. I think it's a very easy listen. And I love how when she collaborates with someone, because I'm starting to see the pattern that she gears towards their sound as well too. So this one definitely gives T-Pain vibes. Now the next track is Queen of Memphis featuring Friday. This song is popping. The hook is so strong. A powerful hook, powerful melodies. Great for the song Queen of Memphis. Really good track. One of my favorite tracks as well from this album. Really good track, really powerful hook. Love the melody. And the last but not least is Never Find featuring K Carbon. Now, I love this one. I love this as an ending track because it has a 90s vibe. It has an old school vibe, which it goes so well with Glorilla. So she starts with the intro with that 90s vibe and she ends it. And I think that's so genius. I think she really understands her sound so well. But this is so strong. I love the hook. I love the 90s vibe. Again, one of my favorites. Such a great closer. And that 90s vibe, that sound really goes well with Glorilla. It goes well with Megan Thee Stallion as well too, and Glorilla. And it's just such a great way to end the album. My final thoughts with this album is that Glorilla has a lot more to say than we think. She's not just all fun and games. She actually has a message, whether it be in her prayers, whether it be in her hooks that she did with Money Long, whether it be in her verses where she's letting women know to empower themselves and to not make men their definitions, but to be the definition of yourself, okay? Love the messages in this album and got a lot more than I expected. You know, I really didn't expect her to speak in this type of way, so I love that. And then I just love the fact that she experimented with so many different sounds. It's really not the same sound. You know, she has her, typical sound, and then she has that 90s old school vintage beat, and then she collaborated with gospel artists, okay? Love the versatility within her sound. It really gives a variety. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with this album. Very impressed. Really, really, really good album. Really, really good album. Glorilla goes hard. The collaborations are really great. Like, let me know in the comment section below, okay? You know I love to hear your guys' opinions. And that is the album review for Glorilla's album, Glorious. It is definitely glorious, very glorious, very divine, very strong. And I will check you guys out on the next video.